Today, we're sowing the seeds of love.
No. I'm not doing that. Today is Valentine's Day, and in the Anderson household, that means one thing.
We're sowing tomatoes.
Yay!
This is something that we do every Valentine's Day. We've grown tomatoes probably for the last 5 or 6 years, and it works for us because in Scotland we've got a shorter growing season. So by starting early in mid-February, we know that when we get to September or October time, we're gonna have lots of ripe tomatoes. So because we're experienced with tomatoes, we're gonna do a little twist, and we're gonna do a little experiment and see, does it actually matter what kind of compost you use? So I'm gonna use 2 different types of compost. We're gonna just use regular multi-purpose John Innes compost that you can pick up from the supermarkets or the garden centre, and also use the seed compost.
So we have 4 different varieties to sow today. Tomato Costaluto Genovese, Heinz 1350, Storage Tomato Hanging Prince, and Tomato Longkeeper. 2
of these varieties are good for storage. That means we can actually dry it and consume later, or consume them fresh later. And then one of them is excellent for making ketchup. So at the end, hopefully we'll have enough tomatoes to make our own ketchup.
I'm guessing that's the Heinz.
And then the final one, the Costaluto Genovese, is the beefsteak variety. So that means they grow quite big fruit. They're excellent for eating fresh because they've got this juicy flesh. Fraser will be preparing the labels. He's got our beautiful pen and 8 labels because, as I mentioned, we've got 4 varieties, 2 different types of compost. So that means 2 labels per variety. And as he's preparing the labels, I'm gonna prepare the compost. We have a 40-cell tray, modular tray. I'm going to cut it in half and then use half of the tray for our multi-purpose compost and then another half for the seed compost. When choosing varieties of tomatoes to sow, it's important to think whether they're determinate or indeterminate. Determinate tomatoes grow to a set height, produce their fruit all at once and then stop, while indeterminate varieties keep growing, flowering and fruiting throughout the season. It is also important to consider how long each variety takes to go from seed to ripe fruit, especially in our shorter growing season. I've chosen heritage varieties, which means I can save the seeds and grow them again next year, keeping the cycle going.
Talk me through the plan, Batman.
As I mentioned, we've got an experiment. You've got the seed compost and I've got the tray with multi-purpose compost. And then we've got 4 columns each because we've got 4 different varieties. And then we're going to plant 1 seed per cell. So that means we're going to do 5 seeds per variety. Okay? Using a label, we're gonna make a little hole and then place the seed, cover it up. And obviously we've submerged our compost in the water so that it's nice and moist. And then once we've sown, we can put it on the shelves and watch the experiment. Ready?
Let's go. Is it a race? Yes.
Okay.
Let us know in the comments who you think is going to win. I think I'm going to win with the seed compost because seed compost is what it's designed for.
It's not a competition.
It's always a competition.
No, it's an experiment. Or maybe it's a competition. I'm going to get rid of the water that's at the bottom of this tray because clearly the compost doesn't need it anymore. And then we're going to put these 2 trays on our shelves. We usually just keep them at room temperature. No need for heating mat or grow light. And yeah, that's how easy it is to sow tomatoes, and something real fun to do with your partner. This is our very simple setup for the seed sowing and germination. And this is something really, really exciting. So as you can see, we've got our potatoes chitting, and also these are the sweet pea pods that we've sown together last week. And I'm very excited to report that we've got actually one of them germinating already. So there's a little green shoot. But as I inspect the pods, I've noted that there's some white mold on the surface of the compost. That means the compost is too wet, and also we need to improve either the sunlight or there's not enough air circulation. So what I'm going to do before we bring our tomato seed trays here, I'm actually going to move the shelves closer to the window and the radiator, and hopefully this will improve with the mold issue. Sadly, I can't tell you about the progress of our chilies or the straw flowers because Simba, our cockapoo, knocked the trays off the windowsill. So we'll need to resow them again.
Simba.
We've done everything we can indoors. Our tomatoes have been sown and the temperatures outside are freezing. And obviously in typical fashion, our boiler has packed in as well. So Fraser and I decided that we need to pack our bags. We packed a bit of food and went for a walk. Come and have a look at some of the views we saw. I hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure you give us a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't yet, and obviously give us a comment. Are you growing tomatoes this year? And what's your favorite variety? What works well in your garden?
And who's going to win?
It's not a competition. Cheerio!
Bye-bye.